What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. I really hope that each and every one of you guys had a fantastic weekend. Now, in today's video, we're going to be covering task 1 and task 2. So please take out your notebooks, grab your writing utensil, I don't have one, and get ready to take notes. Alright, now that's the task 1 question that we'll be covering today. What do you think is the most important habit that parents can teach their children? Now, for a question like this, in the beginning sentence, we're going to say, out of all the habits that parents can teach their children, I can say with the utmost confidence that something is the most important one. Now, I'm going to say that saving money in a piggy bank is the most important one. All right? So my beginning sentence is now complete. Now, the ending sentence, if I do have a lot of time left, is going to be, therefore, saving money in a piggy bank is the most important habit that parents can teach their children. Now, the ending sentence for this response is pretty long, so I'm not going to say the ending sentence if I only have about 5 seconds left. All right? Now, for the first and second reasons, I'm going to say this habit will be really helpful in the future. That's the first reason. Now, for the second reason, I'm going to say saving money in a piggy bank can also be enjoyable. All right? Now, since we know how I'm going to organize the beginning sentence, ending sentence, and the two reasons, let's go ahead and listen to my sample response. Out of all the habits that parents can teach their children, I can say with the utmost confidence that saving money in a piggy bank is the most important one. First of all, thanks to the experiences I've had, I realized that this habit will be really helpful in the future. I believe this to be true, mainly due to the fact that one of the reasons adults cannot accumulate their wealth is poor money management. On top of this, saving money in a piggy bank can also be really enjoyable. In my perspective, this remains true to me since when kids finally get to break open their piggy bank and see how much money they saved, they will feel a sense of accomplishment. Therefore, saving money in a piggy bank is the most important habit that parents can teach their children. All right, now, I took a risk, definitely. I only had about 6 or 5 seconds left, but since I know that if I don't mess up and maintain a good speaking pace, I'll be able to say the ending sentence. However, I would not recommend you guys to take the same risk. All right, now let's move on to task 2. All right, that's the task 2 question that we'll be covering. Please read it quickly and try to organize the beginning sentence and two reasons as quickly as possible. All right, here's your preparation time. Some people prefer jobs that enable them to work outside, while others think it is more pleasant to work in an office. Which do you prefer and why? Now, I'm supposed to give you 15 seconds, but let me take you through the process of the preparation time, how you should be using it. Now, first and foremost, you should have realized that this task 2 question is asking you what you think is better and what you prefer. Now, if that's the question type, you're always able to say that for your two reasons. Doing something is beneficial and doing something can be detrimental. Now, what you end up saying in those two blinks will be very, very obvious once you pick an opinion, okay? Now, I'm going to say that working in an office is more preferable. So guess what? The first reason is going to be working indoors is beneficial, and the second reason is going to be working outside or outdoors can be detrimental. All right? Now, the beginning sentence is even simpler. Here it is. If I really had to make a choice between working outdoors and in an office, I would honestly prefer the latter. All right? So with enough practice, you'll be able to say the beginning sentence and two reasons really, really easily and fluently for any task 2 question that asks, what do you prefer and what you think is better. All right? Now, let's listen to my sample response. If I really had to make a choice between working outdoors and in an office, I would honestly prefer the latter. To begin with, the first thing that came to my mind as I read this question is that working indoors is very beneficial. This is mainly due to the fact that doing so enables employees to work comfortably without having to worry about the weather. In addition, another reason that supports my opinion is that working outside can be detrimental. This notion makes perfect sense to me since most occupations that require people to work outdoors are labor intensive. As a result, I definitely prefer to work in an office for these two reasons. Alrighty. Now, for this sample response, I had about 9 or 8 seconds left when I was done saying the second detail, which is why I had more than enough time to wrap things up and say for these 2 reasons, okay? So, if you happen to have even more time than me, so more than 8 seconds, maybe about 10 or 11 seconds, don't panic. That's good news. Now, if you spoke really quickly and then had about 11 seconds left, that's not good news, because then if English is not your native language, you would have probably made a lot of silly mistakes. So what I'm saying is, if you used details like I just did for the sample response and maintained a really nice and steady speaking pace, but still had about 11 seconds left, that's great news, all right? That's because you'll have enough time to wrap things up comfortably at your own pace and say whatever you want. So if you had 2 or 3 more seconds than me left, you would have added, thank you for your time and consideration, okay? All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the sample responses that you heard in this video. Please, if you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're a first-time viewer, and comment if you have any questions. I'll see you guys in the next video, in which we're going to be covering task 3 and task 5. So if those questions are strangely challenging for you, stay tuned and watch what I have to say and show you in the next video. Peace out.